Hi Leo, welcome to Maddie Tarot. I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be doing a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for the month of October 11th through 20th. So this is a general reading. Keep that in mind. It may not resonate for everybody from front to back, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. I am just reading energies, deciphering the messages as best I can, and creating a story from the cards. So you may need to swap roles. I could be talking about you, your person, another individual, or party. So swap roles as necessary. But do not try to overextend yourself or stretch it to make it fit. If it's not your story, it's not your story. Check your other placements because your messages could be there. All right, I've already cleansed the space, cleansed the decks, pre-shuffled, and meditated on the collective conscious of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. All right, so what does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know? Let's see, Leo. All right, a card for you, Leo. Card for you. The Hanged Muse. And energy directly affecting you at this time. Seven of Emotions. A card for your person. Card for your person. The Six of Inspiration. Energy directly affecting your person. Or the person on your mind. Nine of Inspiration. Three cards that for the energies of the past that led up to this. Four of Materials. Two of Materials. And the Two of Inspiration. Your intuition. Leo's intuition. You got the Page of Materials and the Three of Voices. Challenge. The Three of Emotions. Advice. Leo's advice. Queen of Inspiration. Person on Leo's mind, what are they thinking? The Moon. Person on Leo's mind, how are they feeling? Two of Voices. Person on Leo's mind, what's their next move? The Three of Inspiration. What's Leo's bias? What is Leo bias about? The Tower. Leo, caution. What should Leo be cautious of? The Wheel. And focus. Focus for Leo. Eight of Inspiration. Two guidance messages. Two guidance messages. The Ten of Inspiration and the Fool. At the bottom of the deck, Temperance. We got Temperance. Okay. So, Leo. Oh, we're going to pull two crystal cards. Let's see. Obsidian and Chrysotile. Chrysotile. Okay. So, you got Obsidian and Chrysotile. All right, so let's see. Chrysotile, this deep-colored stone comes from the serpentine group of stones. It is especially useful to attract and manifest your needs. Known to clear the heart chakra, it will help you inject energy into your being. You will be filled with energy and positivity. And then obsidian. Obsidian stones are protective stones. Black obsidian is known to be the strongest. This stone allows you to be protected from incoming negative energy in daily life. Holding it briefly above the third eye each morning during meditation creates a protective shield around you. So, Leo, I'm getting here a message that you are seeing more clearly what sort of dynamics and sort of processes that you've been involved in in order to get your needs met. And you are taking more charge of your life, standing up for yourself, speaking out more, being more bold, being more communicative in regard to your boundaries and your needs, and communicating these things in an effective manner in order to assure that the people around us are, in order to increase the chances of them being corresponded to. So obsidian and chrysotile could be helpful for you right now. You're seeing clearly, you're awakening, you're opening your third eye. And so your third eye and your heart chakra are the two areas that are really highlighted at this time for you. I believe that you are going through some sort of revelation and understanding your truth and your this could do with have to do with old pains. This could have to do with the way you hold yourself and carry yourself moving forward as well. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So Leo, for your energy, you got the Hanged Muse and the Seven of Emotions on your side, and then your person, or the person on your mind, has got the Six of Inspiration, Six of Wands, and the Nine of Inspiration, Nine of Wands. So let's see. So Leo, the message I'm getting here is that some of you may be feeling stuck. Others of you may be having a change of heart in regard to some sort of conflict that's been going on with you and a loved one, for those of you who are in a connection. Maybe this person isn't giving you the recognition you deserve, or really, maybe you're not, okay, I'm sorry. That's for some of you. What I'm getting here is that you maybe aren't communicating your needs in a way. You're having a change of heart and a change of perspective about what decisions you make and how you go about communicating. And your person is very happy about this. That's the message I'm getting. Your person is able to show up for you and give you your flowers if you tell them what kind of flowers. And it looks like that's what's happening here. This person has persevered. This person has you guys have been through quite a bit, for those of you who are in a relationship. For those of you not in a relationship, you're approaching dating differently. You're approaching connections differently. Something may be heating up with somebody, and you're kind of feeling good at this time. You're feeling very positive. It's looking, for those of you who are in a connection that's budding and you're feeling positive about it, you can tell this person has some deep pain that maybe they've slightly shown or mentioned, but you really haven't gotten to that level about that with them yet. But that may be worrying you a little bit, and you could be holding back to kind of see how that plays out and just kind of getting a feel for this person. So I got a few different storylines going here with this already. Let's see what's going on. Clarify the Hanged Muse, Five of Cups, and clarify the Seven of Emotions. The Page of Pentacles. Clarify the Six of Wands, Six of Inspiration. The Nine of Wands, and clarify the Nine of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. Okay, so you're taking a new approach. You're tired of being stuck. You're taking a new approach, looking at new perspectives in regard to the way you have processed pain and the way you've held yourself back from communicating your needs and your, what you want and desire in a relationship. And so you're kind of opening yourself up to new ways of communicating these things. You realize you need to take the first steps. You need to make the decisions to make the first steps and manifest and bring about what you would like. If you do not communicate these things or take the necessary steps, nobody's just going to show up and be like, and like know everything. So it looks like you're opening yourself up in that regard. For those of you who are in a connection, this person, they are really happy about this. They are able to give you your flowers, and you guys have been through a lot of pain together. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Now, for those of you who are not in a connection, you are going to meet people who are some of you have met somebody recently, and you kind of can tell that they've got some underlying thing going on, but you really don't know yet. Right now, you guys are just so grateful for each other, really getting time to kind of know, this is about recognition, so really getting time to know each other. For those of you on that have kind of been seeing somebody for a little bit, like, you're getting down to the deeper layers and really getting a feel for this person. This person is feeling, for all of these stories, I'm getting that whoever you guys are surrounding yourself with at this time is good. Because this person wants to put in the work, wants to put in the effort, wants to transcend these pains with you. I'm getting here that the majority of you watching this have recently met somebody that feels very promising. Or either that, or you are just having this exuberant amount of self-confidence at this time. Okay, so let's see what the three energies leading up to this have been. So 4 of materials, 4 of pentacles, 2 of pentacles, and 2 of inspiration. So Leo, you've taken a lot of time of self-reflection and evaluation, keeping to yourself, and you've really been thinking, planning for your future and planning ahead and kind of gaining the momentum here. And for those of you who have been in a connection, this is something that you may have been going through a rough patch with somebody, and it's been you were closed off for a bit, and it's kind of opening back up now. You guys maybe got over the hump. I'm getting here that there's just a juggling act, really trying to gain momentum moving forward, and a lot of like holding on to maybe stubborn ways of thinking or old patterns of behavior, like I was saying in the beginning. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles here. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles. Clarified by the Queen of Cups. Yep. And then the 2 of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Wands, and the 2 of Wands clarified by the Ace of Swords. All right, so there was this selfish energy, keeping to oneself, keep holding on to resources, putting walls up, kind of keeping to the self, only, playing your cards close to your chest. And this was due to, it was healing. It's your version of healing. It's not that you weren't open to loving, but there was love here still, but really it was a lot. You were going through a process of directing this toward yourself at the time due to some sort of rupture that had happened. Now, this was a juggling act because passion, and the passion that you may have felt with a partner may have been something you had to juggle in regard to this in your healing process. And you had trouble communicating it in the beginning, and it looks like you're able to communicate it better now, and it's working out well for you. For those of you who are not in a connection, it's the juggling between your healing and your dating life, or maybe seeing people, or really it could even be your own shadow and demons that you were juggling between, your healing, and then there's the times where you're like really getting on yourself about maybe not getting out there, but not being yourself, or kind of beating yourself up for being in the hermit type energy. But I'm getting more so for those of you who were working through a process to get to this point with somebody, that now it's looking like a new trajectory is being taken. This involved a lot of there was momentum being gained here, and this involved a lot of like discussing or learning how to discuss the truth of the matter, Ace of Swords, the hard truths, and having that clarity. And sometimes it takes us needing to kind of go over things in ourselves. They say that with people, like, you don't need to solve people's problems. Most people solve their problems themselves. They just need somebody to listen to them. So it's like you can ask clarifying questions like, and what did that, you know, and what are you going to do about that? Or how do you feel about that? Or and what do you think? And it's like you're just holding space for somebody without invalidating them, holding space for them by listening, validating them, saying, I'd imagine that's pretty hard, or um, yeah, that sounds rough, or geez, well, you handled that better than I could. Those are validating statements. People really, excuse me, I'm sorry. People really thrive off hearing those things. And typically, somebody is, when they're venting to you or telling you something, they're not looking for a solution for you to answer it or anything. You can ask them, do you need me to just listen? Or are you looking for my advice, or what, how can I best assist you here? How can I best show up for you? That's first of all really appreciated right off the bat. And then they can tell you if they're looking for a solution or advice, then you can give it. But if they're not, and they just want you to listen, just validate them, and then give them the moment a little bit, and then say, so what do you think you're gonna do about that? Or have you come up with an idea of how you're gonna talk to them, or blah 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 blah, whatever it may be. Most people solve their own problems right then and there, and then it's funny because they'll still turn around and they'll go, thank you so much, and it's like, you didn't do anything. That's holding space for somebody. So I'm getting here that has been a process of that you've had to learn, and maybe you've never really articulated it, but if you look back, you'll notice, like, oh yeah, that's kind of, that's something I've been having to take on lately. So I do see that coming up a lot for you lately. Your intuition is telling you the Three of Swords here is heartbreak, and the Page of Pentacles is again, like, manifesting opportunities and moving, in new directions, and being how do you say, ambitious and such. So it's like you can't let your heartbreak stop you from manifesting. Your intuition's telling you that um, you can't just shut yourself down in regard to this, in regard to your pain or something, some conflict that you've gone through. And I feel like a lot of you Leos have been kind of in your head a lot lately. And so, you're breaking out of this energy. And this is clarified by Page of Cups. Yeah, you're heading back to love. You're heading back to romance. You're heading back to your partner. You're heading back to dating. You're heading back to your heart sector and getting back. You've taken your time, transcended your pain, and turned it, and you're now taking actionable effort to exert these things that you've kind of been applying for so long. Your challenge is the Three of Cups. Your challenge is to get back in the groove, I guess you could say. Three of Cups is talks about friendship and companionship. Your challenge is creating those connections that you may have let kind of fall to the wayside. Rekindling those connections, I should say. So the challenge is getting back into that sociable energy that you normally are. It's giving that a lot of us have gone through a lot lately, and it's been a tumultuous year, last year as well. I mean, it's been a crazy couple years, and we all could use a break, and we all have been going through major transformative processes. And Leo, you are getting back into your how do you say, your social self and that energy. Okay, so that is your challenge here, is kind of getting back in tune with those things. And it's giving, again, is going, if you're not in a connection, going out and dating again, and then kind of yeah, the Eight of Swords here is getting out of that mental prison. and back up on the horse, essentially, back out in the field, back out mingling and flirting, or just hanging out with friends. Even it's just being social. Really, is what I'm getting here. The Queen of Inspiration, which is the Queen of Wands, is your advice is be confident again. Be that confident, bright, vibrant, charismatic person you are. Um, you know, and then this is clarified by the Four of Wands. It's like this is reunion to your fiery, passionate, confident self. That's your advice. Get back to the roots. Get back to you. Get back to your friends group. Get back to your social groups. Get back to dating. Get back to, you know, you you are ready, I would say. And if you don't feel like you are, you need to open your third eye and look at your heart space and really hone in on that. Get some crystal and some obsidian. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm serious. Get that shit. And yeah, I mean, like, open up your heart chakra. The walls you build around your heart, like, look, your challenge here is to drop the walls, the mental prison, and get back into your social life. The walls we build around our heart are not protecting us. They are hindering us. They will become a prison. They will hold us back. They are hurting us and other people around us. And they hurt us the most in the long run. So the very tools we use to protect ourselves end up hurting us more than any other person ever could. So don't build walls around your heart. Learn how to dismantle those walls. The person on your mind, Leo, is thinking about, for those of you in a connection, I'm getting that this person is largely aware of what's going on, and they're also taking a look at these things within themselves, the moon energy. They're taking a look at the ways they have been insecure, or maybe the illusions that have been at play here in, yeah, look, that was clarified by the Devil and the King of Swords. This person's thinking about the way they critique themselves and get on themselves and are very harsh and just analytical and overthinking of maybe toxic behavioral patterns or toxic thinking patterns, and in regard to their insecurities, it's giving that these types of things have been transcended, and kind of separately but together for those of you in a connection. The person on your mind at this time is they may be feeling, I'm getting here, even though the Two of Voices is like stuck and stalemate, I'm getting here that they're coming out of it. Yeah, so Four of Swords is a rest and peace period, recuperation. This person is breaking out of this Two of Swords energy. The Four of Swords, Two of Voices clarified by Four of Swords. They've been feeling a bit stuck, Two of Voices, but they're on their way of breaking out of that energy as well. Okay, their next move is the Three of Wands, Three of Inspiration. That is moving forward. Taking those steps out and kind of embracing what's to come, waiting for your ships to come in. You've planted the seeds, now take the steps. The Chariot, overcoming a victory, and this is an obstacle, and getting around it and having victory and overcoming that challenge. And this is waiting for your ships to come in and kind of, you've planted the seeds, and now it's like once you light up the light of consciousness and you're standing on the hill, and you're the lighthouse, and now your ships are all going to come in, all those ships that you've been waiting for. Okay, so your person is in this process as well. And for those of you who may live together, it's giving that maybe y'all have been a little funky, but I see that you're entering a new time. Also, holiday season's coming up, and it's just like the end of the year, and you know how the end of the year is hectic, but it's also fun and cozy, and it's giving that for those of you who live with your partner. You guys got a lot, look, as I'm saying that, the Two of Cups, y'all got a lot of healing moments that are coming. So your bias here is the Tower, clarified by Two of Cups. Your bias here is maybe the ruptures that have happened in this connection aren't as detrimental as they thought, because the Tower talks about something just coming down and being destroyed and utter chaos in order for something better to come. And as I was pulling that, I was saying, you guys have a lot of healing, transformative moments coming up if you're able to communicate properly and show up for each other. Your caution here is the wheel. Fate, destiny, the wheel is ever turning. Sometimes you're at the top, sometimes you're at the bottom. And, you know, this is it's good fortune. It's like what you should be cautious toward, cautious, why can't I say that word? What you should be cautious toward is not mistaking what's happening for like what's happening is supposed to happen. You're supposed to, there's no such thing as the wrong path, is what I'm getting here. You need to be cautious of thinking you're on the wrong path, or thinking that something wasn't supposed to happen the way it did. You can't get on the wrong path, because the wrong path leads us right back to the right one. There's no such thing as failure. You can't fail. It's a series of many successes on your grand journey. So the Six of Cups here, you need to be cautious of mislabeling a past energy, or thinking you got it all figured out about somebody, thinking you've been around the block with them before and you know all about it, and thinking people don't change, thinking something wasn't meant to happen, thinking something was lost. You know, this is, maybe you lost a person and you know you guys are rekindling. Maybe there's somebody you want to rekindle with. You need to be cautious of thinking you got that all figured out, okay? Because anything can happen and people do change, and it just requires shifting. You know, okay, one of the best things I ever learned is, if you want to change the way you interact with people, you need to change your role. So imagine you're in a play and everyone's playing a role, right? Everyone plays a role. If you switch your role in the play and start playing a different role, guess what? Everybody else falls in line to their new roles. And those that are, some will push, but that's where boundaries come in. And you know, you can create the dynamics you want and find the right people, but you got to take the steps. So your focus here is the Eight of Inspiration. Eight of Wands is change, rapid movement, rapid changes. You need to focus on the fact that people can change, that you can change. You've changed. You're not the same. If you're not, my brother said this to me one time. He said, if we're not, oh my gosh. Well, Judgment flipped over, and this one was the one I was going to grab, so I'm just going to use those. If you're not looking back at yourself every few years and being like, I was an a-hole, like, damn, I suck, or or like, oh, yeah, I learned a lot, or I'm totally think differently now, or like, you know, if you're not looking back at yourself and really taking accountability, looking at how you've grown, and then I mean, what are you doing? You know, you can't just, some people do, and it's really sad. Some people just fly by and they're not being conscious. They're not making conscious decisions. They're not taking control of their life. They're not looking at themselves and the way that every single thing around them is ultimately, there's things you can control and there's things you can't control. You can't control the way somebody's acting or behaving, but you can control the way you interact with them, which would then change their role. Get what I'm saying? So your focus here is change, movement, sudden changes. This is clarified by the Six of Wands and Judgment. You need to take accountability, self-evaluation, and what are you proud of? What are you building? Where Are you recognizing your worth? Are you recognizing other people? Are you recognizing the roles you're playing respectively in the people's lives? Are you proud of that? And that, if not, change it, you know? Two guidance messages here. The 10 of Wands, which is burnout and obligation and duty and stress. And then we've got the Fool, which is a new beginning, innocent childlike outlook, being naive and taking that leap of faith, naive in a good way, you know. And this is clarified by, you got the Six of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Star. At the bottom of the deck, you got the Three of Cups again. All right, so when you reach a burnout, your guidance here is to find the lesson. Six of Swords, transition, move on, move toward your passions, move toward hope, follow your path. The star will guide you through to your path. Sometimes you need to take a new path, new beginnings. Your guidance here is that there's never a dead end. And when we get to the cliff, you can climb down. And when you get to the fence, you can hop over. And when you get to the mountain, you can climb the mountain. When you get to the end of the field, you can go over the chain link fence, you know, whatever. And I'm getting here, for those of you in a connection, this person is willing to help you down that cliff, down that mountain, up that mountain, over that fence. So don't let this, you know, communicate with this person, work well with this person. There's, you know, guidance here toward hope, and yeah, this is ultimately your life path, essentially. So your guidance is that don't let obligation, stress, duty, and burnout veer you off path, because there is no such thing as the wrong path. You need to find, you know, stay humble, stay passionate, take new leaps of faith as necessary, and continue forward, and you know, apply the lessons along the way. Now, what you don't see coming is balance, harmony. I feel like this is something that is you've been really wanting for a long time, Leo, and a sense of friendship, belonging, companionship, and just kind of, I'm getting here just like warm, loving energy all around, whether that be with family, with friends, or with a loved one, okay? And let's see, we've got a few energy cards for Leo to close the reading. Some energy cards for Leo. We got anxiety, caution, that one wants to come out, fear, magic, and death. At the bottom, you've got love. Yeah, so I feel like you've been really fearful of love, or fearful of opening up. That's why you've been in this energy of closing off. But like I said, this is all changing. You're going through a transformation at this time. You're realizing you're the creator, your power. The world is not some big magical place. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's gorgeous. Yes, it is magical. However, it's input, output, input, output, input, output. What are you thinking? How are you thinking? What are you believing? What are you choosing to tell yourself? What thoughts are running through your head? Output, reality. It's very simple algorithm. Input, output, input, output. There's not some big magical thing going on. It's input, output. I love to say it like this: like a thunderstorm. The lightning is your thoughts, and then the thunder that you hear later, after, is the reality. So your thoughts are the lightning, and then reality is the thunder. So if you change your thoughts, you will change your reality. It will conform to it. But you got to do this on a deep subconscious level. It's easier said than done. Subconscious reprogramming, which is imagery, emotion, image, emotion, image, emotion, visual, emotion, visual, emotion. If you can see it and you can feel it, you can reprogram the subconscious. The subconscious is not language. That's the conscious mind. Subconscious is imagery, vision, pictures, images, and emotions, feelings. Okay? So image and emotion repetitively will imprint upon the subconscious mind. So anyway, we are magic in the sense that our subconscious mind creates everything, really. If you can get your subconscious to believe it, it will manifest. Okay? Anxiety, you got a lot of anxiety and fear and caution around this. This is the energy you're stepping out of at this time. It's still kind of somewhat present. There may be some struggles or issues that you have been going through, but really, you're headed toward this energy of love. And it's when you can really start taking a hold of your reality and accepting and willfully allowing this transformation to take place. Okay, so Leo, that's all I have for you today. I really hope it helped. Thank you.